Now that the designs have been cut, we're ready to weed away the excess. I've already cut these off the machine and down to size into their separate types. So the trapping technique is the one we'll weed first, and we'll start with the foreground of that, which is the red color. Then we'll move to the background. So there's my complete foreground color. Then with the trapping technique, you actually have to go inside and pick out the centers of your background color. So you'll compromise a little bit of production time for the finished look and feel. Because what we're achieving with this, as you'll see when we heat apply it, is we're actually getting a two-color combination with a single color feel. So those are ready to heat apply. Position those to the side while we work on the other two. Now for the back of the jersey, the complete layer. Foreground. Notice how easy this material is to weed. It's really great for name and number combinations and team uniforms. That's why it's our best seller for that. Foreground's complete, and the background. So we have both layers, and we're ready to take all of these over to the heat press and load the jersey and heat apply them. Now we'll show you heat application of the design with the Hotronix Fusion heat press. Let's start with the front of the jersey. Load the jersey onto the press. First thing you want to do is preheat to remove the moisture and wrinkles. Anytime you're decorating any garment, but especially a polyester, it's nice to preheat. Let me grab my background design. Now remember, the front, we were going to use the trapping method. So lay my background down first. With thermofilm, the main selling point, well, there's a lot of selling points, but the speed of application is great with this particular film. The background layer, I only need to apply for 1 to 2 seconds to get it to temporarily adhere to the garment before I can remove this backing while hot. So then I have my design. Now with the trapping method, it's important to take your time when lining up the second layer. I actually recommend cutting your design elements apart, because what happens when you heat press that first layer and peel the backing off, it inevitably stretches the garment a little bit on the press, so it makes it very difficult to come back and line up the next color all as one piece. So I'm going to break that apart, position my number so it lines up perfectly, then position my name. Will make it lots easier and actually save you time to do it this way with the trapping method. Once you have that lined up, bring the heat press back around, and I'm going to press it for the full application. Full 8 seconds for the top layer, and it's actually helping to fully adhere the bottom layer and then peel the backing while hot. And I have a completed 2-color design that's not going to crack, peel, or fade. I'll show you a close-up of that in a moment, but let's do the background. Load the jersey on to get to the back. Once again, you want to preheat to remove the moisture and wrinkles. Just for a few seconds. Now let's position the background design. Now we're looking at a full layer, so you're actually going to get 2 layers on the garment when you feel it. So it's going to feel a little bit thicker, but it's going to be a little bit easier in the application process and in the weeding process. So it just depends on what you want. But heat press that first color for just a couple seconds, just enough to remove the backing. Then come back and line up the second color. Once you have it lined, simply heat press it down. Full 8 seconds, and remove the backing while hot. So we have 2 complete layers lined up there, and we'll give you a close-up of this one as well. So you have the trapping method, which is like getting 1 layer of film on the majority of the design adhere completely to the garment, so it's really soft in almost all the areas. Add some extra time in weeding. And for this method, it's the fastest to do. That's a complete layer method, but you have 2 layers of film on the actual garment. So regardless of what technique you choose, creating 2-color designs is fairly easy. The thing to watch out for is the actual fabric that you're decorating as well. When you're working with a stretchable fabric, like we were in the video today, what happens is when you release the mylar off that background layer, the garment stretches slightly, and it makes it more difficult to line up the top layer. You have to spend more time in that process. But if you're decorating a stronger fabrics such as t-shirts and football uniforms, it's very easy to do. Thanks for watching this video tutorial from Stahl's CAD-CUT Direct, and best of luck creating 2-color designs.
To learn more about thermofilm or any other CAD-CUT Direct product, visit cadcutdirect.com.